Day 9, and I'll be your host for this evening. It's so wonderful to see you all come out so bright and early yesterday. It was packed outside the front. It's packed in here tonight. We began with over 100 of the best StarCraft 2 players in the world. This is considered the most stacked StarCraft 2 tournament to date, and now it's time to kick off the final 8. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dreamhack Bucharest. We've already had an absolutely amazing series of games. Huge shout out to our sponsors for making that possible. ISO, Logitech G, and of course Kingston HyperX. It's been a long series of surprise results and upsets. When you look at the top 8, there'll be many names you recognize and a few you're surprised to see there. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we got to the final 8 today with a quick recap of today and yesterday's events. I will say this weekend had a lot of really surprising results. Damaga 2-0ing Flash, and then not being able to advance. Flash many pinned as being the champion of this event, getting knocked out in the early group stages. We even had the last standing foreigner as Elfie, a big surprise when you consider the lineup we were seeing at this event. So with a whole bunch of champions already been knocked out, a whole bunch of favorites still remaining, let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule for the evening. Really, there's no messing around, there's nothing complicated to it. It's going to be back-to-back-to-back-to-back games. We're going to do quarterfinal 1, 2, 3, and 4, both semifinals and the finals, all in a row. The only breaks we'll take are to hook up PCs and to make sure you get a reasonable amount of time to use the restroom. But do make sure you get a blanket and a nice drink, because we're about to kick off the top 8 right now. Now our first 2 players, the last remaining foreigner and the current #1 point leader in the WCS, it is none other than Acers, Innovation, and Elfie! And of course, providing the most brilliant translation you have ever seen in your life. None other than Smix! Now, of course, I want to begin by asking some questions to you, Elfie. I mean, I know you've always had a lot of deep runs in major tournaments, but now you are the last standing foreigner in this event. And of course, you have a lot of support from the crowd. You have a lot of support from Team Wicklow and from your team. I mean, how does it feel to bear that honor in this event?
It was awesome. I'm quite speechless. I didn't think I would be here standing after looking at the players here. So many good Koreans, foreigners, but here I am.
I will say in that game preview against Stardust, you looked all but out. You got the absolute perfect position to be able to advance on to this round. So tell me, going up against Innovation, how are you feeling? Do you have a special plan in mind? How are you going to approach the person who many consider the #1 player in the world?
Usually I've said here I'm really confident I lost, but yeah, I'm not feeling that confident this time. I think I'm going to lose. He's a big favorite here, but maybe I can do something surprising, hopefully.
The best of luck to you, Elfie. You have all the support of the crowd, and of course many of the foreign favorites at home. Now, Innovation, you are the #1 ranked player in the WCS point system. Many consider you the best of the best. But there's been some struggles in this tournament. We've seen you coming out second in your group. Are you feeling confident with this match, or perhaps even going all the way to win the finals?
지금 WCS 랭킹에서 1위고 많은 사람들이 이신영 선수가 지금 최강의 선수다, 진짜 제일 잘하는 선수다 이렇게 소문이 많은데, 근데 조에서 2위에 나왔어요. 지금 현재 경기에 자신 있는지, 그리고 다음에 경기 뭐 결승까지 갈 자신도 있는지.
네, 이번 경기 굉장히 자신 있고 또 2대0으로 쉽게 이길 거라고 생각하고 있고, 또 이번 드림핵에서 꼭 우승해야겠다는 생각을 하고 있습니다.
I do think this game will be very easy. I do plan on winning 2-0, and I'll do my best to win this game.
Oh my God, drama! Now, following that up, before you get into that booth, Innovation, is there anything you'd like to say to your opponent, Elfie?
엘피 선수에게 한마디만 하면.
That is how we put a player on the spot.
그냥 최선을 다했으면 좋겠습니다.
I hope we can try our best.
And Elfie, any last words for Innovation before you step into the booth?
Yeah. Can't think of anything. Just good luck, have fun.
Always an appropriate start to a quarterfinal match. Gentlemen, best of luck. You may now head to your booths. And it's time for us to throw it on over to the best casters in the world, whose aliases start with Ace. Artosis and Apollo.
Thank you so much, Day 9 and 6, and of course, Bucharest. I can't believe the support for StarCraft 2 out here. Apollo, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much for coming out here. And well, let's have a lot of fun this evening, right, Artosis? We have some amazing games coming your way, and we have the best player in the world right now on stage, Innovation, going up against a massive underdog. He is, if you were to list these players that are currently in the top 8, you would put him on number 8. Unfortunately, he knows that, he understands that, but one good thing about it is he said, I know I'm not favored to win this. I spoke to him backstage, but I have no pressure on my shoulders. I lose, it's expected. I win, it's going to be crazy.
And that's great, to have no pressure coming in here. He's going to be able to play his best game, whereas Innovation, he's a favorite. People think he's going to win the whole thing, at least get to the finals. And he doesn't really know anything about Elfie.
That's right, Elfie, as we all know, that have followed StarCraft 2 for a very long time, can surprise players if he's been set up to do so. And we'll see if that can happen. But that guy right there is all the hype at the moment. This guy currently ranked #1 in the World Championship Series. He's going to BlizzCon, he's a favorite to win it all. It's true though, Day9 mentioned he has been struggling recently. He has started to drop games. He's been looking more human recently.
He doesn't crush everybody every game anymore. It's kind of weird because he was so dominating just a couple months ago. But here he is, he's still grinding his way through, and he has arguably the easiest round of 8 match. So as long as he can crush through this, I feel like he's going to be a lot more confident and play his best games going forward.
And then, of course, Innovation's opponent. It is Elfie, a player that's been around for a very, very long time. Nobody really expected him to be the one that would be the last remaining non-Korean in this tournament. There he is on stage, the 22-year-old from Finland. And of course, not ranked very high in the WCS system, hasn't had the best success within the World Championship Series this year. But he's done it. He's had back-to-back round of 8 finishes in Valencia. He achieved the money position, which is top 8. Again, Bucharest, back-to-back round of 8s. That's a difficult accomplishment with a list of players that have played in both tournaments.
You know what, Elfie, this has been a long time coming for him, Apollo, this one and Valencia. He's been to every